Team Tomberry here. It's time for an actual deck profile. Deck profile of the deck we were talking about before. This is
Caleb of Anger.
Yes, Caleb of Anger. Also, a Suma 89 Fighter still here, along with Shadow Reaper of Hell. And Nintenderic. My name's Nintenderic. And what is this deck with the fail card on top?
Oh, the fail card. This is nothing more than a Rainbow Dragon. But, this is my Crystal Beast deck. Not my Crystal Beast deck.
But an actual Crystal Beast
But an actual Crystal Beast deck.
Where's Krivons? Where's Plague Spreader? Where's Gale?
They're nowhere in this. What I'm running right now is one Rainbow Dragon.
Explain effect.
His effect is he can only be special summoned by having at least one of each Crystal Beast on the field or in your graveyard, which is I like it. His effect is you can sacrifice all Crystal Beasts on your side of the field at any time and buff his attack up by 1,000 apiece. So for each Crystal Beast, he gains 1,000 attack and that stays. His other effect is, say you're in a tight jam and it's your opponent's turn or at the main phase or second main phase, you can remove all your Crystal Beasts from your graveyard and return everything back on the field to the deck. It's basically somewhat of a clean slate for you so you can get a direct attack in the next turn.
Obviously it sucks, just like the guy said.
Apparently.
Anyway,
next thing I'm running,
start referencing him.
Yeah. Next thing I'm running are Dragon Queen's Tragic Endings.
Except one of them's actually Hamon.
Yeah, one of them, as soon as I get one, will be a Hamon, Lord of Striking Thunder, yeah.
One of them will be this guy.
This pretty thing right there. That's what he is at the moment. But the Dragon Queens are nice because they can only be special summoned by having at least 3 continuous spells out on the field. When they deal battle damage, what's good is when they deal battle damage, my opponent would discard a card and I draw a card. And anytime these cards are sent from the field to the graveyard, on my next standby phase, I can sacrifice a continuous spell and special summon these guys back that turn. Mm-hmm. So that they have worked in this deck, easy to get out when you can. Next, I'm running 3 Sapphire Pegasus. This basically, when he summon, flip summon, special summon, whatever, he can take a Crystal Beast from your hand, deck, or graveyard and put it into your back row.
So, a lot of deck things there, huh?
Yeah. Next, I'm running 2 Amber Mammoths.
Does it mean Pegasus?
No, Mammoths.
No, Pegasus!
Basically, Amber Mammoth, he's a beat shield. His effect is...
Did you just come up with a new term there?
Right, it is. Basically, he has a high attack, but when he's on the field and any other Crystal Beast monsters attack, like Carbuncle, he can direct that attack towards him. So he's basically a nice little wall.
You just coined a new term in Yu-Gi-Oh!
I think you mean get attacked, not attack. You said Crystal Beast attack.
There.
Yeah, he gets attacked.
Nintendo, time frame.
Oh.
Crystal Beast Topaz Tiger. He's really one of my favorites. He's
Sean Connery.
Yeah, he's Sean Connery, but he has 1,600 attack, and anytime he attacks a monster, he gains a bonus 400, putting him at 2,000 when he attacks. The drawback is it doesn't happen when he is being attacked, but it still works.
Trade-off.
It is. Crystal Beast, Emerald Tortoise. I run 2. Basically, there's a big wall in the deck. When I can take one monster once per turn and change the... it has to attack to one monster that is attacked to defense position. So it's a good thing. Okay, I just attack with my monster, and I know you have something big out. I'm going to switch to defense mode or one of yours. Yeah, doesn't say. So, Cobalt Eagle. He's a nice one. When he's on the field, you can take his effect. You can take once per turn.
He's also Inspector Gadget.
Once per turn, you can take one Crystal Beast you control on the field and put it on top of your deck. That includes spell and trap card zone as well. So your Pegasus is in your back row, Eagle him to the top of your deck. Great thing. Next, I run 3 Amethyst Cats. These cards are great when they're out together or one alone and you buff it. Basically, you can attack your opponent's life points directly and have its attack. And last but not least, 2 Carbuncles. Carbuncles are when these cards are special summoned to the field, like via Beacon or Promise or something like that. I can take all Crystal Beast monsters, or number slots I have, and special summon as many as I can from my back row. So basically, you special summon a Carbuncle. And you have your Pegasuses, your Tigers, your Mammoths. You can pull them back from the back and put them up for a nice beat stick. Next are the spells. I'm running 3 Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. Basically, their effects coincide with how many Crystal Beasts you have in your back row. And they stack. So you have 5 Crystal Beasts. You're looking at this card can't be destroyed by Heavy Storm. Some cast Heavy Storm. It stays on the field. All your Crystal Beasts basically take the hit. 2, you can have once per turn. You can have battle damage taken. 3, sacrifice a Crystal Beast from your back row and from your spell and trap card slot to negate and destroy the activation of a spell or trap card. 4, you can draw an extra card during your main phase once per turn. And then 5, once per turn, you can special summon a Crystal Beast from your back row. So, I like it. Next, I'm running 1 Crystal Abundance. Basically, as long as you have 4 Crystal Beast monsters in your back row, you can play this, sack those 4 to destroy everything on the field. And then, from that, you can special summon as many Crystal Beasts from your graveyard as the cards your opponent can destroy. So, it's basically, oh, hey, you have 3 Pegasus in the graveyard, special summon them back. Next, I'm running 1 Crystal Beacon. People, apparently on YouTube, don't see why I run one or anyone that runs a Crystal Beast deck, but it's basically Carbuncle, something I need real quick. Basically, as long as I have 2 Crystal Beasts in my back row, play this, special summon 1 from my deck to the field. 2 Crystal Blessings. This is in case your Crystal Beasts get destroyed. I can special summon up to 2 Crystal Beast cards from my graveyard to my back row. So basically, you have 2 Crystal Beasts, you Crystal Blessing, and then you play a Crystal Beacon for a special summon. Next, a Crystal Promise. Basically, this allows you to special summon 1 Crystal Beast monster from your back row to the field. So, Carbuncle, Pegasus. Carbuncle's normally what I use it with. And then running 2 Crystal Release. This is one of the few equipped cards, only equipped cards for this deck. Basically, the equipped Crystal Beast monster gets 800 attack points. And whenever this card alone is sent to the graveyard, I can then search out a Crystal Beast from my deck and add it to my back row. Next is Crystal Tree. Whenever a Crystal Beast card on either side of the field hits the back row, gets a counter, sack it. The number of Crystal Beasts from my deck is the number of counters. Lightning Vortex, discard a card. Stable. MST, stable. Rare value. I have to have at least 2 Crystal Beasts in my back row. Play this card. Your opponent chooses which one to destroy, and then you draw 2 cards from it. And Swords of Revealing Light. Stable. Next, the traps. I'm running 2 Crystal Pair. Basically, anytime a Crystal Beast hits the graveyard, which you have the option of choosing, you play this card, and the card hits the graveyard, you take no battle damage for the rest of the turn, and then you get to search your deck for a Crystal Beast and add it to your back row. Next, Last Resort. It's the field searcher of the deck. Basically, when your opponent declares an attack, I can search for Ancient City, put it into play, and if they had a field spell, they draw a card. Next, Rainbow Gravity. Rainbow Gravity is basically your monster reborn for your Rainbow Dragon or Rainbow Dark Dragon. Because apparently the fail card of the deck gets its own cards. Basically, I had to have at least all 7 Crystal Beast monsters either on the field or in the graveyard. And I can special summon 1 Rainbow Dragon from my deck or graveyard. Next, Rainbow Path. I activate it when my opponent declares an attack. I negate the attack. Negate the attack. I'm fairly certain by sacrificing Crystal Beast in my back row, and I get to add 1 Rainbow Dragon to my hand or a Rainbow Dark Dragon. And the last is Torrential Tribute,
which people, for some reason, consider a staple when it's not.
but it works well in this Crystal Beast deck because it's
Team Tomberry, we have to sign off because of time. Later.